Hi, my name is Joshua Johnson, and I play the role of Sebastian Bash Carruthers in the web series Bashful. So Bashful came to be when the creator Epidemic wanted to make something that was a little bit different than the other web series that was out on YouTube. So we came up with the concept of bringing to life a character who was biracial, gay, pro-black, and also anti-religious. Sexual orientation, I don't think there's really a limit when it comes to sexual orientation. I don't put a limit on myself. Growing up, I grew up with my grandmother. My grandmother raised me. I was off and on between my mother and my father until I was 2 years old. They kind of just disappeared slowly within years of my first 5 years of my life. But my grandmother raised me, and ever since then I just had the best life I could imagine because that's the only life that I knew. I mean, growing up, I didn't really have a father figure or a mother figure. I had a grandmother figure who was basically 2-in-1. So I had a 2-in-1, special going on. My mother, she had a lot going on. We was an abusive family where she was being abused by my stepfather as well as me and my two sisters. And from there, she basically went on and kind of disappeared to get away from all of the hassle and the troubles that was going on. And my father, with both of them having me at a young age, he was still living life as a young teenager and trying to run the streets and do what he wanted to do. And that left the responsibility upon my grandmother to raise me, which I think she did a pretty good job. Well, in high school, I kind of was like a standalone kid. I was like one of those geeky kids. I had the glasses, I had the big fro. But I was still well-rounded. I was in band. I actually played the flute when I was in band. The choir, which was one of the big choirs you actually had to try out for and actually had to be able to have singing capabilities to do. We also had the East Lab where we had different activities where we went out and did community service within our community. And the FBLA, I tried to be an overall student and put my best foot forward. My first kicks actually was with a guy. It was the first guy I ever dated, and it was nothing short of magical. It was crazy because the first guy, he actually had braces and everything, and it was the first time I ever experienced the kiss. And it was during a school field trip, and it just so happened we went to the bathroom for that special moment, looked at each other in each other's eyes, and went forward. And it was something that later on we ended up building a relationship on and going on from that point to building something that we felt was special at that time. I'm single, as single as can be. And happy. I actually have 2 tattoos. I have one, which is right here on my arm. Live, laugh, love. That's something my grandmother used to say all the time, and that's one thing I actually like to live by. You live the best you can, laugh as much as you can, and love as often as you can. I also have this one. It says Libra, because I'm a Libra. That was my very first tattoo. Probably hurt that one a little bit more than the other one, but it didn't hurt at all. Well, you can also see me on a new short film that's coming out soon called Shameful. That's also by the same producer and director and writer from the Bashful series, Epidemic. I'm also in talks with the creators of Not a Horror Story, so you could be seeing me in another small screen towards you soon. What do I think about the president? I don't. I mean, I don't know him. People say that there's too much sex in web series nowadays. But I mean, sex sells. You could have a little bit too much or you can have a little bit too less. But as long as you have the right amount and it's classy, you can get away with it. Of course, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a huge fan of Mariah Carey ever since I was a little child. I love that she's a songwriter and writes from her own experiences in her music. So that's one thing I can relate to. So of course, Mariah Carey would be number one. But of course, some of the ones that I like in today's music would be like Bruno Mars, SZA, Her. There's a lot of good potential and a lot of good people out there. It's just have to really... First things first, I will always say, follow your dreams. You always have to have a dream to set off first. But always, if you have a dream, make sure you follow those dreams. Don't let nothing stop you, and don't let nobody say anything to deter you from what you really want, because it's only you that can determine your life, and it's only you that can live your life for yourself. So go for your dreams and shoot for the stars.